Hey everybody, it's my new video, and in this one, I am going to talk about my favorite band, Creed. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about how Creed helped me in my life and stuff like that, and right now I'm going to talk about the argument I had with this guy. I was in Halifax, and this guy's I've been a Creed fan since I was about 17 or 18, and at the time I was about 18 or 19. I was about 18, and I met this guy, and he started telling me that he was a big fan of Kiss. Now, I wasn't really a big fan of Kiss at the time, but I was a devoted Creed fan. I was a devoted Creed fan. So me and him argued and argued. He kept saying Kiss has been around since, you know, 60s and 70s and all that, but and I told him I kept telling him how Creed is a Christian rock band. All they preach about is God and Jesus, and they are the idol band in the world. You know what I mean? Like you got all these metal bands and people talking about devil and fucking Satan and stuff like that. But Creed are a very spiritual band. They believe in God, Jesus, Christianity, and stuff like that. Well, they've been asked before if they are a Christian rock band, but they continuously refused. They continuously refused reporters saying we are not a Christian rock band, even though they preach about God and Jesus in their videos and their beautiful ways of life. And then, and I kept telling him, you have to switch over to Creed, and he kept saying, I'm never gonna switch over to Creed. The guy had like fucking 50 Kiss CDs, right? And he had posters and all this. He told me he had all that. And I told him at the time I only had two of Creed's first two albums. And I tried to tell him, Anyway, that's around the time I first started getting into Creed. But, and then there was this time listening to Creed actually, helped me and my sister become best friends. Because one time, me and my sister were arguing, and, we were arguing over different stuff, and I kind of was going to do the most, the most, the most worst thing you can do to your sister. I was going to disown her. I was going to disown her as my sister. And then when I went to listen to some Creed, I listened to the song My Own Prison. And there's lyrics in the song that says, should have been dead on a Sunday morning. I think. And then I started thinking, what if I died on a Sunday morning and I would have never been able to tell my sister that, I'm sorry and all that. But what if I died on that Sunday and I'm dead and, even if I go to heaven or hell, I'll never forgive myself for being angry on earth with my sister. So after I listened to that song, I went to see my sister and I told her, Jenny, I am sorry. I was going to disown you as my sister. I was going to X you out of my life. You were going to be nothing to me. And then me and my sister sat down. I told her I listened to a Creed song. And I told her I'm sorry and you're my best friend and stuff like that. I told her. And ever since then, that song has been one of my favorites. I have it tattooed on my leg, actually. Not on my leg, on my arm. My own prison. My own prison. That's not only the name of the song, but it's also the name of their first album. Another time Creed helped me out was I was with this woman. We never did anything, but I was listening to Creed and we were jamming and rocking out. I brought my CD to her house, and she was like, what are you expecting out of me tonight? And I told her, nothing, just want to, listen to some Creed with you, listen to some Creed. And she was like, who's Creed? And I was like, they're the fucking greatest band in the world. They're the greater band than any band in the world. And she was like, well, let me listen to a couple songs. And I told her, I'll let you listen to a couple songs. I let her listen to a couple songs. Then she was like, are you a freaking holy roller? And I was like, why you ask that? And I was like, because all this is God and Jesus. I mean, who talks like that? And I was like, because they're God people, they believe in Jesus, they believe in God and all that. And she was like, well, if you want to get laid, we're not going to freaking listen to this music, you know what I mean? And she was like, if you promise never to listen to Creed right now, you will get lucky tonight. And I told her I had two choices. Either quit Creed. If I quit Creed, I'm getting laid. If I quit Creed, I'm getting laid, right? But and then I told her, woman, I love Creed more than women. Okay, Creed is in my blood. So what? What do you want? Do you want me to give up my favorite band just for you? I've had 2 girlfriends in my life, and you want me to give up Creed for you? I've never given up Creed for no one, and I am not giving up Creed for you. And she was like, okay, you want to get stoned? And I was like, okay. Now, I'm going to talk about the time when Creed's 4th and final album came out. In 2009, Creed's 4th album came out, Full Circle. And it was on a welfare day. Back home, it was on a welfare day, and me, my mom, and my friend KJ. You all know KJ, right? He's the best guy in the world, best fighter in Eskasoni. And me, my mom, and David were on the car. I kept telling KJ, I'm so excited for this Creed CD. I'm so excited. 20 minutes later, he's like, shut up. You're talking about Creed. Been talking about Creed for the past freaking 20 minutes. I know you like Creed, okay, Tom? I know you like Creed, but stop talking about Creed. I'm just happy you're happy, okay? That's what he told me, right? He told me that. I'm happy you're happy. And then then I started telling my mom, I have to get the CD. I have to. Then when we got to Walmart, I told my friend KJ, right? I told him, he kept trying to get me to buy another CD. He kept trying to get me to buy another CD. And he kept saying, let's get the game. Let's get fucking 50 Cent. We could listen to that in the car, man. And I told him, listen, man, I am getting Creed. I've been waiting for so long for this new album, and I am getting it. And then he started saying, why do you like Creed? Creed are gay. Okay? Creed are gay. And I was like, look, K. That's what we called him. That's what I called him growing up, right? I called him K. And I was like, listen to me, man. I love Creed so much. I would, even if somebody offered me $1 million, if somebody offered me $1 million, and told me if I gave up Creed for the rest of my life, we'll give you $1 million, I will say I will never give up my love for Creed. Okay, Anyway, that's my video. Thank you very much. I am a Creed fan. Check that out, My Own Prison. Thank you.